Hey kids, welcome back. My name's Mrs. Meskey and I'm going to be your art teacher this year, and this is our art room. So far, you've probably gone over a ton of rules and procedures in your other classes. So I thought today I would take a very short time to go over the expectations in the art room, and hopefully we actually have a little bit of time to make something. I have a very simple set of rules for the art room. They are the rules to be an artist. Our A is always do your best. R, respect the teacher, students, and the supplies. T, talk quietly. We like to keep it at a level 1 or level 0 because we have classrooms on each side of our art room. I, imagine and create. The more creative you can be in here, the better. S, stay in your seats. Unless you have directions to be out of your seat, I'd really appreciate it if you were in your seat working on your project. And T, we only touch our own artwork. Those are the very simple rules for you to be successful in this classroom. Now that we've gone over that, I do want to take a moment and show you around the room a little bit. So if you've been here last year, then you might notice that the art room looks a little bit different. If you're new this year, this is all new. But we have a new seating arrangement for desks. Supplies are in different areas. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys was where our free draw stuff is. Sometimes when we're done with projects, we have opportunity where we can draw and use the supplies just to create our own projects, whatever we want to do. So over here against this yellow wall, we have table, we've got some free draw crayons and markers. We have a beautiful oops box, which we'll talk more about that if you're not familiar with that. As we move around the room, you'll find some artwork all over here. This classroom has a lot of artwork in it. We have our drying racks. So when we're done with projects, if they need to dry, I'll show you an assigned drying rack where you can put your projects. Let's see. Over here is my desk. That's just for me though. And if we walk over to the back counters, you're gonna see bins with colored tags on them. Those colored tags match colored baskets on your tables. Those bins are specifically for your table. When you come in for the first few times, you're not gonna have assigned seats. I'm gonna let you sit where you want to, but we will have a seating chart. And that part of the reason is so I can learn names. The other reason that I do that is because sometimes supplies get kind of messed up when people are using them over and over and over again. And if it's just a table basket, table color, and you guys are the only ones using those supplies, you tend to take better care of them and they last longer. So our desks are in a nice connected kind of long U shape. Used to be we had table teams and we had 4 of them. But I did this so we could all kind of be together. We're one unified team. Also, everybody's gonna have a lot easier time seeing the projector screen from where they're sitting. So you're probably wondering why we have separate free draw supplies and separate art supplies. These supplies on the back wall with your colored tables, those are specifically for your projects. When we make projects, we want fresh supplies, stuff that's not gonna die on us, and it's not gonna be all gross. So, unfortunately, that means those supplies over in the back corner that I showed you over there, where are they? Right there? That's for free draw only. So if you're working on something that isn't a project, I want you to use those supplies, not our special project supplies. Up against this back wall, we've got a couple of sinks. We also have soap, paper towels. There's some pencils, pencil sharpeners throughout the room. And yeah, it's very simple. Our school follows AIM. I think everybody is familiar with AIM. If you're not, AIM stands for always be respectful, I solve my own problems, and make responsible choices. As long as you are following those guidelines, you should have no problem whatsoever. In art, our projects are graded. A lot of times people ask, how do we grade art? You know, how can you decide what a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1 is? Well, right over here, we have our little Mona Lisa grading chart. And so a 4 means that the person that made the art, they get it. And if they had to, they could teach a friend. They are very confident, they understand it, they did an awesome job. A 3, the person gets it. Maybe not strong enough to teach somebody else, but they've got it for themselves, and that's awesome. A 2, that's, well, they almost get it, they're almost there, but they maybe don't understand everything. Maybe a few little errors here and there. And then a 1, 1s are hardly ever given, but 1 is, I don't get it at all. And if you don't get it, please ask me, because I don't want to give anyone a 1. Nobody should be receiving that in art, because we really are just want to have fun and have it a creative environment. Right here, it says no name. That's where I hang artwork where people forget to put their names on it. Remember, if you don't put your name on it, you don't get credit for it. So don't make a masterpiece and not get credit. Put your name on the back. Let's see. We talked about the free draw area. What I didn't show you is all of our books are over here too. The books are how to draw books. We have reading books. We have a lot of different free draw or free time activities in here. Some of them are available without you having to ask. And then I do have some stuff that's put away for special occasions, and we'll talk about that later. Now, I think that's about all I want to go over with you today. Unless you have questions, please ask. I do want to get a project started with you guys, because nothing's worse than coming to art and not actually getting to make art. So we're going to get started right away on a project. So thank you for being good listeners, and we're going to have a great year. We're going to do some really fun stuff. Bye.